One thing that was on my radar this week, I didn't talk about this in a video, but it boggled my mind. I mean, I guess it didn't really boggle my mind, but I guess it pissed me off. That's probably a better word. Before I even talk about this, because it's going to be the Libertarian Party, I always want to preface any conversations about the Libertarian Party with this debate clip that I want to share from. This was from 3 years ago. This was the 2016 election, and this kind of gives you a sense of the mentality of the Libertarian Party that is needed when discussing this group of folks.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no.
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
The license to drive? You know, I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
Wait, is this is that old footage?
Yes.
2016.
Like when he was alive, because he's dead now. He died in prison. Seriously. Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is that real? First of all, the suits was given like 1993. And
it wasn't that old. It was from like 2016. Yeah.
And it was giving dusty. But geez, like, no, that's crazy that was actually, there are actually people who still think like that in this world. And people were following them. Somebody who's actually sensible. You see how they're, boo, get out of here. Yeah, somebody who actually had
a license.
The guy who was like, what do we need a license for next to make toast? He reminded me of like the kid bullies in 90s shows, which is why Rebecca's comment about it being like a very like 90s feel, like that resonates with me. But I wanted to show you all that clip to preface the conversation about this insanity on Twitter. So let me share it really quick here. I'm sure some of you saw this, but so let me find the original tweet before I get to this because it's wild.
It's extremely like content warning. It's extremely racist.
Yes, content warning. Yeah. So Nina Turner just tweeted, "Insulin should be free. Medicine should be free." I mean, this is literally the least controversial thing I've ever heard. The Libertarian Party of New Hampshire chimes in saying Nina Turner picking crops should be free. They tweeted that. To my knowledge, still have not deleted that.
No.
And then they tried to follow up saying insulin should be free is equally offensive as calling for someone to be compelled to pick crops. Now, on top of that, Nina Turner, she tweeted to the National Libertarian Party saying, so libertarians is because this was big, like it was trending. Libertarians is trending at 9 on Twitter for telling me to pick crops for free, for advocating for free insulin, and the Libertarian National Party hasn't said a word. Oh, but they did. And if you think that they're going to do anything but double down, yeah. So, hi, Nina. Glad you asked. None of the things you advocate for are free. They require labor and materials which need to be compensated for. Otherwise, you are advocating for slavery. Hope this helps. Now, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with this. First and foremost, the arguments are idiotic, but the explicit racism that they just gloss over, it was like mind blowing. Like it's not shocking, but to see how brazen they are, that fucking blew my mind and it pissed me off.
It was them adding that it's slavery, so you should know about it. Just because you mentioned that, don't play. See, that pissed me off. First of all, Nina Turner is a very well respected. I love her out of Ohio. I love her. Mean it. She's been on my show a couple of times, and all she said was that insulin, and she says this very often on her Twitter. She talks about this on her show. She says this very often. This is one of the things that she's campaigned on to be a congresswoman. But listen, Nina Turner saying that insulin should be free does not mean that, well, you should go and pick cotton. Where does that match? Tell me, or crop, whatever. Where does that match? I don't know where it does. But for the Libertarian Party, how they tried to just double down on it and say that basically you were saying that insulin should be free, which, what labor should be paid for, all these things. You should be money should be involved in this, lady, or it's just slavery. I don't see how that makes sense. It's really,
I don't think they understand free at the point of sale either, though. Like that's the liberty part, right? Free at the point of sale. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be paid through taxation. Of course, yes, people will make it. It'll be manufactured. That's how it is made,
Well, I mean,
right? So, like,
are firefighters slaves? I mean, it's
It's
logic that is
dumb.
so stupid.
It's dumb.
But-
It was trending. That was the problem. It was trending. And here's the thing. And it's on Elon Musk's Twitter. So anything racist will trend, and they will allow more people to come at her. I seen not only was the Libertarian Party doubling down on it, a lot of people from the right wing were making memes and like with her picking cotton or whatever and sending it back to her. She was retweeting a lot of the stuff. And so it's the attacks, right? They don't stop. They allowed this. First of all, this is what they're saying, and how they're saying it is it's misinformation. Like all she said was a statement, an opinion, and they're trying to act like what they're saying is fact. No, it's not. You guys are listen. Insulin should be free. She didn't even tag them. She didn't say libertarians or this specific party.
So true,
Y'all, she didn't call them. She didn't at them because she was feeling froggy. It was none of that. She just made a statement that she always makes. And they came out of nowhere. No one called them. No one sent for them. They came out of nowhere. And here they are. And they probably got usually get 2 likes on their post. And here now they're celebrities. Now they're big because they came at her and they doubled down. Now they're strengthened libertarian numbers out of nowhere.
went real racist with it.
I mean, I know why they're doing it. It's very clear why they're doing it because they get rewarded for doing it now. They are
Especially on Twitter of all
they
places.
play for Twitter. They pay for Twitter Blue, and the more engagement and impressions you receive on Twitter Blue, the higher you'll get paid through their new monetization program. I mean, it's nonstop.
Wait, I thought only 10 people got that or something.
Oh no, but they're promising. They're telling people. They're telling people that they're going to obviously broaden it out, admit new people into the program in the coming weeks and months. And so everyone saw. I mean, that's the whole marketing plan here. They gave really high payouts to the chosen few. Everyone sees that and is now wooed by the idea that if they just get tons of hate to their tweets and cause controversy, everyone's going to share it. Everyone's going to comment and reply. Impressions going to go way up, and then when it's their turn to join the program, they're going to be rolling in cash. I mean, that's exactly what's going on here. They've instilled on Twitter a reward for this sort of behavior.
Which is why you should block the blue and always take screenshots instead of quote tweeting people now. Don't give them the engagement they're trying to farm.
Definitely do not. Just
by the bait they're always throwing out now. I'm going to say one of the most racist things possible and see what everyone else says. There's a reason for that, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it but isn't the party, from my understanding, don't they want equal rights for everybody or something like that, or whatever the case may be? I mean, that party, isn't that what they stand for?
Yeah, that's what they.
But how y'all online telling folks it doesn't make sense. That does not. I'm not getting the solution here. The math again.
Turns out they were just racist at the end of the day.
That's it. You're racist.
Yeah,
you're just racist.
That's all there was.
They want complete. They want a complete. Basically, what they want is corporate rule. They'll say it's for full blown freedom. Everyone can just do whatever they want. They're never ask a libertarian what they think the age of consent laws should be, because they'll tell you they should not be.
Please don't piss me off.
A lot of
that's the thing there. But when you ask them for actual solutions, it's always money based. It's always problems will be solved via the free market trade. But who controls that when there are no rules, there are no laws, there are no regulations? It's whomever has the most money and can pay off whomever they want to pay off. When I was on the Majority Report, Sam Cedar debated one of these libertarian intellectuals, an actual guy that the libertarian, intellectuals look up to, this Professor Walter Block, and his legitimate idea would be that we would get rid of the courts. There would be no, the government would not be involved in the justice system. And that when two parties would have a dispute, there would be an arbitrator who would be hired by the parties to decide in the ruling of one party over the other. Where does this arbitrator come from? Well, the parties hire this arbitrator, this judge. Oh, well, if a corporation if you want to sue a corporation, who do you think's going to hire the judge, and who do you think the judge is going to side with based on how much money they get paid? I mean, it's like
corporations hired the judges directly. Could you have like a judge who's like Mountain Dew or like Justice by this, like at the same time?
I mean, I guess you could have two dueling arbitrators. Like you could bring your judge, they bring their judge,
and then it ends in a stalemate, and there's no solution.
Yeah, I love.
People are confused by me saying when I was at the Majority Report. I tend to talk about the Majority Report in the past tense when I'm talking about when I was there full time. I'm obviously still there doing the weekly show. But when Sam debated Walter Block, I was there full time. So that's why I phrased it in that way. Some people thought I was breaking news about leaving in the comments.
Everyone's leaving podcast today.
Yeah, I know. It's all going down.
Well, on that note, I have some news. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Leave me to turn her alone, y'all. I feel like I don't like that. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Like another thing, like leave Brittany alone. No, leave me to turn her alone. Because like I don't understand how a party that says they want equal rights for everybody is out here like literally doubling down on racism. Your party is trash. It's like you pulled up this 1993 footage that was from 2016, and like there's nothing together. Nobody makes sense. It's just very troublesome. So I'm not shocked that there's racism involved in that, and I'm not. Though these are the people that say they want equal rights for everyone, and it's interesting because this is how I see a lot of other different parties too. Like people will be like that, we allies, and then there's nothing that you do that says that. There's nothing that you do that shows that. There is nothing that you do. It's all if it's racist, it's racist. Like, and that's all. You can't say anything else that can change that. It's racist.
Libertarians are also against the Civil Rights Act. They don't think that a business should. They don't believe that
about it.
Yes, they are very happily and proudly against the Civil Rights Act. They don't think that, if you run a business, you should be able to say, I don't want to serve Black people. I don't want to serve Latino people. And their argument will be those businesses will find that the free market will put them out of business because they'll be hurting their business by not serving, Black people or
which
Latino
is so
people,
naive.
Which is obviously right. For a fact there's enough racist white people out there who would go out of their way to specifically keep that business in business,
which is why civil rights exist to begin with. Like that's why it was needed, right? Like it's so stupid.
And also, there's the whole age of consent thing.
Don't piss me off with that one. Like they already look like they fit the description. What you showed me, that's what look like. They fit that description. No okay, shit. I'm gonna prejudge. They definitely fit that description, and that's.
Yep. You know that meme where it's like never ask a woman her age, never ask a man his salary, and then like you insert your own. I've commonly seen it be, never ask a woman her age, never ask a man his salary, never ask libertarians what the age of consent should be.
Jesus.